Hey everyone, family of tech, and in today's video I have 5 menu tips and tricks for your Sony A6400 that I think you will enjoy. In my opinion, these are super handy tricks that will help you be a better filmmaker and even a photographer. Some of the menu tips that I will mention here, you might already know what they are, and some you might not. But my hope is that by the time you finish watching the video, at least you learn something new. But before I begin, let me tell you thanks to the people that have been subscribing to my channel. If this is your first time here, this channel is all about camera, filmmaking, and drone tutorials. So if that's something that you like, please consider subscribing to my channel because that would really be appreciated. Alright, tip number 1, how to find out inside your camera when you shot a video in 4K or when I shot a video in slow motion. To me, it's super frustrating when I take a video and then try to edit it on my computer and I can never remember which video was recorded either in 4K or if the video was recorded in slow motion. To find that out, it's super easy. You can go to the playback menu on your Sony camera, then go to page 3 and click on view mode. If you scroll down, you're going to be able to see which video was recorded in slow motion or in 4K. And even tells you the date that you took the video. So I think, in my opinion, this hidden menu trick is super useful for people that love shooting video. Hidden menu trick number 2. If you're like me that has multiple Sony cameras, you probably have encountered the issue that every time that you try to edit video on your computer, the file numbers and the file names of your cameras overlap. And sometimes you end up having multiple video files with the same name and the same number. To solve that, you can go to Setup menu, then go to page 6, then go to Set File Name. In my case, for example, I have a Sony A9, A73, and A6400. So basically what I do, I change the first 3 letters of the file and match it to my camera body. For example, for my A73, I use the letter A, then the number 73. Now I'm going to be able to separate the file names coming from that camera body from every other Sony camera. And that's going to help me in the editing process. Hidden menu tip number 3, and this is one of my favorites. If you want to have all your photos and videos level in the horizon and not having tilted photos or videos, there is a menu button that you have to set up, and that's going to work whether you use a viewfinder or the LCD monitor. For this, go to menu 2, then page 6, here go to display button. Click on that, and here you're going to be able to set up exactly what you want to see every time that you click the display button on your Sony A6400. You have a lot of options here, but to me one of the features that I think you must select and is going to be very handy to get straight photos and videos is a level feature, for both the monitor and the viewfinder. Hidden menu tip number 4. If you're like me and always worry if an SD card is going to have enough memory to shoot whatever it is that you're planning on shooting, or if you're always thinking if you should bring another SD card to the project that you're working on, there's a way to find that out. If you go to Setup menu, then go to page 7, you will find something called Display Media Information. Once you click on that, here you're going to find out how many still images you still can take with that memory card, and even tells you how many minutes you have to shoot video in 4K or even in slow motion. And that is number 1, a very quick way of making sure that you're not running out of space on your memory card. And number 2, if you know that your project won't take too long to shoot, then you can plan accordingly. And lastly, menu tip number 5, and this is something that many people don't use, is that you can check within your camera if the picture that you're taking is completely in focus or if they're completely sharp. For example, if you click on this little button right here, you will see that your camera will zoom in 100% and you can see if the photo that you just took is in focus. But to make it even better, if you go to the playback menu on page 2 and then scroll down until you see enlarge initial position. Here you're going to be able to choose between your camera zooming in and focusing on the center of your photo, or if you want the camera to focus initially in the area that is closer to the camera. And in many cases it's the eyes and the face, which is basically what you want to be in focus when you're taking photos of people. Alright guys, so make sure that you're subscribed to my channel because I will be releasing a second part of the hidden menu secrets of the Sony A6400. Thanks for watching and click the like button if you like it. Please consider subscribing and I'll see you in the next one.